Hi, my name's Andrew Halliday. I help people with anxiety dissolve the issues that are creating the anxiety so you can go on to live a normal and happy life the way you've always planned. Today, I want to talk to you about relationship anxiety. Now, you may have anxiety about relationships in general. It may be with people that you work with, or just friends, or being in a crowded space with other people. So you're having to relate to people, and that's a challenge. But today I want to specifically chat to you about relationship anxiety with someone who's a significant other, someone who is in your personal space more more often than not, and you're having anxiety about that particular relationship, and it's really affecting things. Whereby you feel in their presence, or imagining being in their presence, you might feel heaviness in the chest and feeling really tight. And it shouldn't sort of maybe feel that way, and you know there's something not quite right, that you feel funny in the tummy, you might have sweaty palms, and it's different to that loving type of experience. It's quite a negative feeling and a negative sensation. It may keep you awake at night time, maybe whirring over in your head and you're looping it over and over, and you may actually get panic attacks from it as well. So in that instance, there is something that's up and you want to deal with the situation, because really when you're in a relationship, it should be the sum of the parts is greater than the individual components, and it shouldn't really sort of feel that way, and you know something needs to change. So I want to share some feelings about that today. But before I do, if you feel like you are struggling in your relationship and you're having relationship anxiety and you want to know what to do about it, you can get on a free 15-minute discovery call with me at the end of this. And we can work through what are some of the challenges that you're experiencing so you can overcome those and live the type of relationship life that you're looking for. So, what is relationship anxiety? Well, it's got to do with something that's happening in your relationship. It might be them that's causing it for you, or they're triggering their behaviors, something triggering something in you where you feel threatened. It could be a real threat, or it could be an imagined threat. Certainly, if there is the sign of physical threat, you really need to deal with that straight away and get some real serious help so you can get yourself out of harm's way. But if it's imagined threat, whereby it's not as a physical threat, it's something that is not quite right, and you're feeling the anxiety of something that's imagined. So this is a part of your personal self, something to do with your maybe your identity, or the identity that your relationship is creating, that you feel a little bit threatened by, that you're frustrated by, and you're fearing the future. Then that certainly can cause the symptoms of anxiety, where you feel like there's that tightness in your chest, that you don't know what to say, you feel all gummed up, and you lose track of thought, whatever it might be. You feel those physical symptoms in your body that relate to anxiety, and you don't know what to do about it. Well, certainly to start with, if it's something that they're doing to trigger you and it's overstepping a boundary, then that would be worthwhile having a conversation about that. It's something that they're doing that is maybe perhaps unreasonable, and that may need some massaging and thinking about how you can communicate that boundary position. And that's potentially something that could be quite easy, or you might need some help with. Now, let's just imagine it's not that. Imagine it's that cliche, it's not you, it's me, and you don't know what it is, because they haven't changed. It's just that maybe the time period that you've been in this relationship has got you to a position where you think that something might need to change now, and you don't know what to do about it. But it certainly had a change in the way you're feeling about the relationship. Nothing is different about them, but you feel like there's something different. There may have been something that's triggered some change in you that then has made the relationship feel different. So each one of those things is quite normal, natural, but it doesn't help you in your situation. That the relationship that you were in, things were going along nicely, but something is different now. And that's causing you to feel those symptoms of anxiety, and it doesn't feel nice, and you really want to change it. Firstly, you want to explore what is it about you and maybe the way that you're feeling at the moment that might have caused that change. And it could be a several couple of things. That the way that your relationship has progressed has caused something about what you're thinking your life should be like is no longer like that anymore. That at that particular point, or before that particular point, everything was fine. But now we've crossed a threshold, and by crossing that threshold, it's not where you think it should be. So you've changed the way you think your relationship should be now, and it's now different. That you had some predetermined thought that your relationship should be at this point now, and it's not. And that's causing anxiety in you that you should be here now and you're not here now. So then there's that friction that's being caused by that. It could be something as simple as that. Also, too, that at some point in your relationship, you actually find that you and your identity is not enough anymore to hold on to that relationship or be enough for that relationship. Now, let's just sit with that for a moment. Imagine everything is fine in your relationship up until now, and now you're not good enough for that relationship. Imagine the friction that that causes inside you, that just by being you was good enough, and now it's not good enough anymore. Imagine how that must feel inside you, and it might cause some tightness inside you. And that's a really uncomfortable feeling because you thought you were good enough to be in this relationship and now you're not. So it could be something like that. Either way, whether it's a time point where you thought in the future it'd be like this and now it's not, or you're not good enough to be in this relationship, it is something that you need to deal with inside you because that's what's changed. That the identity that you have inside you in relation to the relationship has now caused you to feel either not good enough or things should be different. And that's potentially what's changed. Now, if anything that I've been discussing with you right now makes any sense and you don't know how to deal with it, then you can get on a free 15-minute discovery call with me so you can work out, is this something that you want to change? Is this something you have the capacity to change? And if you don't and you need help with changing this, then you can certainly find out on that discovery call with me. My name's Andrew Halliday. I help people with anxiety overcome their issues so they can feel like they can continue to progress in their relationship and feel good and feel happy and be as they would always be, normal, living a life that they imagine they would have. So looking forward to helping you too.